Well, farmers across the country rely heavily on local waterways to help produce their products. Here in Ohio, thousands of farmers look to Lake Erie as their water source. But an ongoing debate remains on the topic of nutrient runoff from farms into waterways. Steve Iwanek spoke with the Ohio Farm Bureau and Lake Erie Advocates about this. And Steve, what did you learn?
Yeah, well, Dan, the two sides, they're disagreeing on current farming practices. The Bureau says a recent state-funded program is making waterways cleaner, while advocates say the problems, they run deeper. I spoke with the two sides and dove into this issue. Take a look.
Lake Erie for farmers is the engine for growth, so keeping it clean is a priority.
Farmers will be the first to tell you that they understand they're part of the challenge. But more than any other group that is part of the challenge, farmers want to be a part of the solution.
A solution to a problem the lake's had for years: nutrient runoff from fertilizer and soil. A 2021 report from Ohio State University found that about 85% of the phosphorus runoff into the lake came from agriculture. So how does the state try to fix this?
Every farm's different. Water quality practices are not a one-size-fits-all approach. So to be able to find out what works on their farm, to be able to do more of those practices and do them better, has really done wonders here over the last 5 years with H2 Ohio.
Ohio in 2019 created H2 Ohio to teach farmers water quality practices. It has 2,600 farmers and nearly 2 million acres enrolled in it. One of the goals is addressing phosphorus runoff from fertilizer, and officials say they have done so.
When we talk to our farmers, we tell them focus on your piece of land, do what you can do on the land that you control, and let that other noise, worry about itself. And because we really want to make sure that they're moving up the conservation ladder, they're increasing what they're doing, and I think they've responded when there's been a good program like H2 Ohio to attach themselves to.
But there are those who say otherwise. Mike Ferner has been with Lake Erie Advocates since 2015. He says the problems are larger than just phosphorus runoff. It's also about factory farms.
When you try to take livestock agriculture and start doing it on that industrial scale is when you run into problems.
The Ohio EPA in 2021 said there were 150 large CAFOs, or concentrated animal feeding operations. These farms raise lots of manure, 1.5 billion gallons worth annually, according to a 2019 report from the Ohio Environment Council.
And they pump it out, put it in tankers, and take it to the field. And they apply this over and over and over again, and it goes right down into the field drains, because this used to be the Great Black Swamp, and it hits those drains and goes into the nearest stream.
But no one knows the water like someone who's always on it. So I joined Greg Meyer, the owner of Full Pull Charters. He's been a Lake Erie boater for over 35 years and has seen many challenges for the lake. All he wants is for people to work together to keep Lake Erie safe.
Well, everybody needs to come together at the table to get this issue taken care of, to make sure we have a clean lake for years to come for our kids and grandkids, and so we can have an industry and tourism business here, and also have food and farms that produce food for our whole country.
Now, Meyer shared with me that he believes farmers should not be caught in the middle of this issue, as he says the issue needs to be worked on by the government. He also says in his view the lake is in pretty good health, but work can always be done to make it better.